Hey guys, so I know I normally don't teach tutorials from kind of like this angle. I usually do them from the overhead view, but in general I feel like this trick is best taught kind of from this third person view. I think it's just like a lot easier to see what's going on and how to actually perform the trick, so that's why I'm not doing the kind of first person top down view. Okay, so let's jump right into the trick. We're going to start out in a basic trapeze, so just like this. And then what you're going to do is take your thumb of your non-throw hand, so this thumb right here, we're going to place that underneath the string just like that. And now we're going to do this kind of motion that's really popular in yo-yoing. A lot of people do this, but basically where you're going to swing the yo-yo across your body. So for me, I'm a righty, I'm swinging it to the right. So you're going to swing the yo-yo and then you're going to release with your pointer finger. So it's just going to look like that. So basically, this element is just really common in like a lot of different yo-yo tricks, but in general, you place the thumb underneath like that, release with this pointer finger right there, and then you move on to the next step. So once we're here, and we're going to swing across, here's what's going to happen. You want to stick your arm out like this. So I'm going to take my throw hand arm, I'm going to kind of move this hand right here, my throw hand, kind of move it in front of my body almost like this. So see how my arm would normally be like this? You're going to move it like that. You want this part of your arm to kind of be perpendicular with the path of the yo-yo. So notice right here, I have my arm facing down like this. And so the reason I put this hand kind of in front is because now this part of my arm is perpendicular with the path of the yo-yo. So the yo-yo is moving in this direction and it's going to hit my arm like that. So I want this part of my arm right here to be perpendicular with the path of the yo-yo, and I do so by bringing this hand around like that. So see now, this is perpendicular with the path of the yo-yo like that. So that's going to set us up for the actual landing of the trick. So this is kind of the first motion of the trick. What's going to happen is you're going to swing the yo-yo across your body. You're going to move this hand, so my throw hand, in front, and have the yo-yo shoot underneath this arm right here and over and back onto the string. So this hop is the first kind of like major hop of this trick. It can be a little bit difficult, but essentially here's some slow motion for what's happening. I just want to like show you guys what this actually looks like all together. So as you guys saw right there, basically what's happening is the yo-yo kind of shoots over like this, and it's going to land back on the same string. It's just going to go over my arm. So it kind of is all done in one like quick motion, but essentially that's what's happening. The yo-yo just swings over like this, swinging over my arm like so, swinging over and onto the string that it came from. So it kind of makes like its own little trapeze right here. And so again, we're going to swing like this, release, kind of hop the yo-yo into the air, and it's going to come over this arm right here and onto the string. And so you'll notice when I do this trick, my thumb is included in the configurations throughout the entirety of it. So when I release with my pointer finger right here, my thumb is still underneath the string, and that allows me to kind of land that. In addition, it can be really helpful to kind of use this thumb, your non-throw hand thumb, to kind of guide the yo-yo and guide the strings so that they all line up. It can be a little bit difficult in the beginning to land this trick properly and just like get that first movement down. And so I would highly recommend just using your thumb right here to kind of like guide the strings so that they all land properly. And so now you should be in this mount. I'm going to show you guys from that side view. You should be in this mount right here where you got the yo-yo over your arm, your thumb is right here in the string configuration, and it's attached directly to your throw hand. And now comes the kind of second, I guess you could say, and final portion of the actual trick, which is landing it back into the basic trapeze. So if you notice, this trick starts out in a trapeze, moves on over to the arm, just like that, and then it lands back into the normal trapeze. That's the cool part about this trick. You're in the arm mount for just a bit, then you're back into the trapeze. So let's break down how to do this last part. This part, in my opinion, is the hardest part of the trick, landing the yo onto the basic trapeze. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to move your throw hand arm, so you move your entire arm, you're going to move it away from your body, and at the same time you're going to pull with this hand right here, my non-throw hand. You're going to pull them away from each other. So see, just like this, you're going to pull them away. And if you do that hard enough, it's going to pop the yo-yo out. When I pull these guys apart, the yo-yo pops out, just like that. That's what you want to happen. You want the yo-yo to kind of forcefully pop out. So push out like that, and see how the yo-yo just launches into the air. That's what you want to happen. So once you're here, you're going to pull apart like this. So pull with this thumb, pull with this arm. And then once the yo-yo has popped out, it's going to be in midair. It's going to be up here in midair. You want to take your arm like this and land the yo-yo back onto the trapeze. So this is kind of the hard part of the trick. This is the landing that is really kind of difficult and will definitely get you a click in competition. Just like that. And it really does take some practice. So one more time I'm going to break down what's actually happening just so you guys know what's going on right here. But again, we pop out like this, it goes in the air, and we just land it back onto the string. So you're going to move your throw hand kind of like across like that. So I'm moving it from here across my body for the yo-yo to land on the string. So I'm pulling apart like that. When I learned this trick, it was a really kind of new movement to me. I hadn't really done anything like it before. And so it will take some practice to get that motion down. But again, we're landing right here, just like that. That's kind of how the trick is going to work. And so over time, while practicing this trick, I've got a couple tips and tricks for how to land this last part pretty consistently. Step number one is make sure you really do pull apart like this with your thumb of your non-throw hand and your arm of your throw hand. You really want to do that kind of forcefully, because if you just kind of do it, it makes it really hard to actually land the trick. You really want to get some great momentum going on, really pop it out so you can try and land the yo-yo on the string. If you don't have like any momentum or any like speed with it, it's like almost impossible to land that trick. In addition, really try to watch the yo-yo while you're doing this trick. So when the yo-yo is in the air, try to keep an eye on it, and that'll help you have like better coordination to land the yo-yo onto the string. So when I do this trick, I keep my eye on the yo-yo the entire time so I can properly land the yo-yo like that. And so yeah, those are two tips that I have for just this last landing bit. Really, practice that part. It is pretty difficult initially, but I think you guys can definitely get it down. So one more time, I'm going to go through each step of this trick and you guys will be on your way. So we're going to start out in a basic trapeze. Take this thumb underneath the string like that. You're going to take this hand in front so that your arm is perpendicular. Land like that. Now you're going to pull this with this thumb away and this arm like that. And you're going to land the yo-yo back on the string. Just like so. And then you combined.